my name's Andy. Welcome to episode 72 of Keeping Water. As you can see, this is a slightly different episode to my usual ones, and there's a big reason for that, and that is I've just run out of time. My usual videos take a lot of time editing, sourcing videos, making videos, researching and writing scripts, and this week, for a variety of reasons, work, Christmas, being poorly, I had my booster jab on Tuesday, I just haven't got around to doing it. So I thought rather than do nothing, rather than put out no video at all this week, like I did a couple of weeks ago, I thought I'd just do a slightly different video, sit down in front of the camera and basically have a chat and tell you what's going on with the pond, what the progress is, what my plans are, and anything else I can think of whilst I chat. So, by and large, the pond is doing okay, except it's pretty hard for me to tell because the leaf netting's still on and my GoPro is still playing up. So I haven't really had a good look at the fish. What I've seen of them looks fine. There's no real problems that I can tell, but my vision of them isn't that great at the moment. So I'm really hoping that the last of the leaves fall from the tree pretty quickly. There's still quite a lot on, although the recent storm took a lot off the trees. Unfortunately, because of the direction of the wind, most of them didn't actually fall on my garden, which was great. But I'm not really going to take the netting off until all of them have come off, because otherwise they'll just end up in my pond and I'll have to clear that out. So I hope before Christmas the last of the leaves will fall, but I think it's probably going to be after Christmas this year. I think by and large everything's a little bit late this year because the weather has been quite mild. So probably into January I'll get the netting off, clear out the pond, sort out the leaves a bit, and then hopefully I'll be able to see the fish again, which will be great. Into the new year, there'll probably be there'll definitely be a significant change to some of my filtration, which I've kind of hinted at in previous videos. And hopefully over Christmas I'll be a bit lucky and that'll work out for me and I'll be able to show you into the new year when I put it in place. One of my plans for the pond before I get the netting off is to do some testing. Now I do the usual water parameter testings and they've been fine. But one of the things I've been thinking about for a long time is how do you measure bacteria in the pond? And obviously not the good bacteria, the more harmful bacteria. Now recently on Martin's channel, Koi, Water, Plants and Rants, he showed these testing kits, and which he just tested, and he did find out that he did have a fair amount of bacteria in the pond, which was very useful for him and extremely useful for me because that's something I wanted to find out about my pond. So as you can see, I've got the kits. I haven't yet done any tests. I will do over the next couple of weeks and I will show you what the results are. If you want to find out more about how to use these test kits, I would really recommend going to his channel where he does a really good explanation of how to use them, some do's and don'ts and what you might find with them. So I'll give a link down below in the description and I would suggest going to his channel. Now going back to what I was saying right at the very beginning about how long it takes me to make videos, I've been thinking about what I need to do with videos on my channel because trying to make the sort of videos I've made recently, which has been videos on the carp in winter, carp and stress, and my recent video on herons, does take a lot of time. And to turn out that kind of video every week would be really difficult for me. And it becomes a bit of a chore, to be honest. And I do these videos because I enjoy making videos. And the harder it becomes, the less enjoyable it becomes. But they are the kind of videos I like making as well. So I don't really want to stop making those sorts of videos. So my options are really to make different sorts of videos. Make videos that are quicker to make, easier to edit, which I'm not sure I really want to do because I like those kind of videos, especially the last 3 main episode videos I've made. I've really enjoyed making them, in spite of how long they take to actually make. But it's not really sustainable to do that every week. So the other option is to make fortnightly videos. So make videos less often. And the third option is to maybe do a combination. Do videos like this one that I'm making now, which is just sitting down having a chat, and then on the alternate week making those longer form main episode videos. And that's where I'm kind of leaning towards, really. I'd be really interested in what you think. If somebody says, actually, I want you to make longer, more detailed videos every week, then I probably couldn't do that, but I would like to hear what your views are. I was really focused on making weekly videos from when I started, and the reason for that is part of getting a YouTube channel established. Now, although I'm not at a massive amount of subscribers, I'm grateful for everyone, but it's not a huge amount. I think I'm established as I'm ever going to get, and my progress in getting more subscribers and more views is just something that's going to happen slowly over time. So I think I can really settle now into a pattern that works with the rest of my life and keeps making videos and being a YouTuber fun rather than a chore. So I think there needs to be a change, and I think the change is probably going to be making my main videos less often, and with in between that either making videos like this or making shorter clip videos and releasing that in the space in between. But again, as I say, although I'm not easily swayed because I'm quite stubborn, I would like to hear what you think as well. So leave your thoughts in the comment section below. So now I'd like to talk a little bit about one of the things that I find a little bit frustrating in some of the other videos on YouTube. And this is not to bash those people, it's just a little bit of my slant. Winter is often called quite a quiet month, and people will cut back their videos, which is ironic, depending on what I've just been saying, but they often cut back their videos and say that there's not a lot going on. And that's something I really pretty much dispute, to be honest. I think there's always a lot going on in your pond. It's a living environment full of living things, and there's always something going on. The fish may behave differently, they may be slower, they may eat less, but there's always something going on. And one of the frustrations for me over the last 2 months or so that my camera hasn't been working is I've not been able to share that. Now, I did this last year. I showed quite a lot of videos of my fish underwater during the winter months. Now, they weren't hugely popular, as my videos tend to be, and especially when I do underwater stuff like that. But I find it really interesting. There is always something going on. Your fish change how they behave throughout winter as the water temperature changes, as sunlight and daylight schedules change, and they're always changing. They're always acting, they're always behaving, they're always doing something. And I think it's important to be aware of that. Now, as I was speaking about in my carp in winter video, carp will slow down as water drops, but they also acclimatise as well. So they also wake up a bit and become more active. And that's always something you should show and be aware of and study. And you'll get to understand your fish better and learn about how they are. And then you can see differences, because coming out of winter, if your fish are more sluggish than normal, you might be aware that something's wrong rather than just put it down to them waking up after winter. So I do dispute that there's less going on in winter. It's not as fast, you're not feeding as much, the fish might be slower, they might be down the bottom more than on the surface, but there is always something going on. It's a 12-month season, I think, in terms of looking after your fish, not just a feeding season and then a cover your fish up and not do anything with them season. That might be a slightly unpopular opinion. I'm willing to take any criticism for that. I have quite a few unpopular opinions that I might share with you over these types of videos in the future. If you'd like to see me get in trouble with lots of koi keepers, then, encourage me in the comment section below. One thing I ought to point out, I think you've probably worked out, is I'm not really underwater. And this is obviously a green screen, which is because I haven't really got anywhere particularly attractive and nice and quiet to film in. So it's made sense to just put a green screen up in a room that's got enough light and enough quiet for me to be able to film. And then I can put any background I like really on top of that. So that's what I've done. So happily I could be in a volcano, I could be on the beach, or I could be underwater with my fish. So that's what I've chosen today. For those of you who use Microsoft Teams and change their background regularly, this will be quite a common occurrence for you. Now, one of the plans I have for these types of videos going forward is to do a more conversational, chatty introduction about myself. Now, Steve and Kat from CATANDEYEKOI do this 10 in 10. And I was tempted to do my own one today. I haven't. I was even tempted to edit out Steve from asking the questions in someone else's video and chop it all up and then give my own answers, which I think would be a little bit hokey, even though I would have enjoyed doing the editing. That would have been fun. But I haven't, and I didn't ask Steve anyway, so that would have been a bit naughty. But I might do that in a future video and do my own question and answers, or respond to any questions you have. Again, stick them down below and I may well join in with that. Other plans for these kind of videos is just to talk about issues in the pawn keeping world, whatever they may be. And that's something that I could do in more videos that I do like this, because it is quite easy just sit here and chat and waffle away on various subjects. I am finding it reasonably uncomfortable, I'll be honest with you. This is not a lot of fun sitting here talking to you. Not anything wrong with you, just I know I'm going to sit down now for about half an hour and edit this, which will be much quicker than it normally takes me to edit a video, which will be fab, but I will have to look at this face all the time while I'm doing it, which is slightly less fun. I do find it annoying enough listening to my voice when I'm editing my voiceovers, so this is going to be painful, I know. Right. Thanks very much for watching this episode of Keeping Water. It is a slightly different one. If you would like to see more of these kind of videos, then please let me know. Please like, please subscribe, please do all that stuff. If you'd like to see more of my usual videos, then let me know in the comment section below. And again, like and subscribe and make your view heard. I will obviously be more interested in those views from people who are subscribed than people who aren't. No pressure there, but we'll see. I did say a while ago that I was going to do some giveaways when I got to 500 subscribers. That was when I was gradually but consistently increasing that way. That's slowed down a lot lately, but that's still there. I still might at 500, but I think it's going to be probably a year at my current rate before I get there. If you would like me to get there more quickly, you know what to do. And also to share these videos, share that with people you know, and that would really help. Anyway, I think I'm going to stop waffling. I will see you next week when hopefully I will have one of my proper videos out. If not, it'll be another one of these. That'll all depend on time. Obviously, coming up to Christmas, your time's a bit more limited, so I may not get one of my usual ones out, but we'll see. If there are any topics you'd like me to cover in one of my normal videos, obviously I've done carp in winter, I've done carp and stress, I've done predators. If there's anything else you'd like me to cover, then let me know and I'll try and do it. I try and choose a topic that I've already got an existing knowledge base in, and then do some research and then try and increase that knowledge base so I can make a decent video, because I don't know everything about any topic, so I like to get a bit more informed before I make a video. But again, let me know. All right, that's it for this video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.